Today we will be comparing the load times of 20H1 Windows versus a modded version with certain services disabled. All that on a 5.4K RPM HDD. Timetable in the corner if you just want to skip to the data. I've decided to test this since going from 8.1 to Windows 10 feels like a massive downgrade. Also, lots of people claim that using an HDD is literally impossible on Windows 10, and that opening Word documents can take up to a few minutes, which at the very least is bullshit. In a few days I'll be uploading a comparison between 20H1 and the old 1809, which is also modded. I've split the videos on purpose to keep it short enough. Let's begin. The modded version does the following: disables Cortana, Superfetch, most of the telemetry, font caching services, indexing services, and Windows Defender. Although Windows Defender still seems to be defending from beyond the grave. Things such as Skype, Windows updates, and OneDrive remain enabled, as lots of people use it. This test consists of loading multiple applications which may be used in day-to-day environment. First, we have the boot load time, which finishes once sticky notes load up. I'd like to point out that I'll be placing two numbers for each of the tasks. One which represents the exact time in the video when the load was finished, and one which specifies how long it actually took, compensating for the downtime caused by waiting for mouse movement or me simply missing an icon. Regarding boot time, 20H1 has a clear advantage, with the modded variant taking almost 30% longer to boot. Opening Firefox takes just a bit longer on the normal version, however, faster boot time compensates this issue. A single Google search is included to let Google soak up all the targeting cookies. Next up is Microsoft Word and PowerPoint from 2010. No matter how many times I've redone this test, Word will freeze up once exiting the normal 20H1 version. This is presumably Superfetch bothering the HDD with other jobs. Also, as you may notice, I have failed the search for PowerPoint on the normal version, and that is one of the reasons I've placed the exact load times as a separate number, deducting the wait time from the total time. With Office test being over, modded version of Windows takes the lead by a few seconds. And next up is opening Origin. For one reason or another, you can load Windows faster than you can load Origin. Once again, the modded 20H1 does slightly better. Next up is opening the context menu and navigating to a folder on a secondary partition of the same HDD, which, once again, modded version does just a bit better. Now we will load Titanfall 2 until it reaches the multiplayer menu. The difference is in a few seconds, but once again in favor of the modded version. And finally, we will simply reopen Word and Firefox. For some reason it appears that the normal version of Windows unloads Firefox and takes slightly longer to open, compared to the modded version. With only the load times, excluding me being clumsy with the mouse, the modded version seems to be about 11% faster than normal, and well within range of usable. For the sake of accuracy, I've repeated the same test multiple times and tried different user schemes. I found out the following. Trying to open certain things quickly benefits modded version since it doesn't have many services which hinder the load times. However, utilizing font cache services and Superfetch will not only make the times equal, but in many cases even faster than the modded version, given the time to actually cache all the data. This happens once booting into Windows and then letting it do nothing for a few minutes. The downside of this is rather high HDD usage and slightly elevated CPU usage. To illustrate this, imagine having two different postal guys delivering packages, and one has to carry more than the other one, which makes him slower. However, he decides to go an hour early and starts doing things before the other one, thus becoming faster, for as long as he doesn't get something new. Services like Superfetch will only cache the most commonly used things, alongside all the Microsoft telemetry which apparently is imperative for your PC. Next up, the Microsoft Office programs freezing up when exiting and after entering seems to be regarding telemetry or Superfetch. I have no idea why Firefox gets unloaded so quickly, but it did so in every testing. Also, cold boot for the standard version of Windows takes about 5 minutes, which is, at the very least, ridiculous. And finally, while Titanfall did load quicker in the modded version, the map load times were within margin of error for both versions. This leads me to believe that all the background services get silenced when there is a full screen program running for some time. Best said, the modded version takes longer to boot, but is faster in almost every other job. Also, the standard version can be faster under the assumption it is left alone to cache some of the data. In conclusion, fuck Origin, Titanfall 2 loads faster than that trash. Next up, I will be uploading 1809 versus 20H1 version in a few days. Spoiler, 1809 wins. I hope this was helpful, subscribe for more, and have fun.